Alright, so in this video, let's learn how to uh, integrate our classic load balancer with Router 3 and access our backend servers using a custom domain, okay? In the previous video, we learned how to access our backend servers using a classic load balancer's provided DNS name, okay? Like I mentioned that whenever you create a load balancer, AWS provides you with a unique DNS name that you can use to test it, okay? And we saw that when this was our load balancer DNS name and we tested it, okay? Both on port 80, okay? On port 8080. So on port 8080 was here. Let me just see this where it is. Okay, that's working. So on port 8080 as well, I'll copy and test on port 8080. Okay, yep, it's working. Okay, so this was our classic load balancer. Okay, and we registered two servers, and the two servers actually are Ubuntu servers running Apache web server with the default page. Okay, all right, so it's pretty much simple. What we need to do is just to add a Router 3 so that we don't access our backend using AWS provided DNS name, but our custom DNS name. So how do we do that? Pretty much simple. Just go back to your AWS management console, then go to Router 3. Just search Router 3 here, okay? After searching Router 3, just click create record. Then CLB. Just give it a name because remember this is just a kind of subdomain. So I want subdomain to point to our classic load balancer here. Based on this architecture here, client will hit clb.gurutech.cloud.com, and that record the Router 3 will do DNS resolution, and it finds that this record indeed points to this load balancer. And if you hit it on port 80 or port 8080, the load balancer will forward you request. But if you hit another port that is not listed here on the listener port, the request will time out. Okay. All right. So let's just go here and create a record. Okay. Maybe you can rename it CLB1, CLB2, etc., etc., whatever you like. Okay. Okay. Or maybe GTH. No. CLB. CLB is okay. I think CLB is okay. CLB1 is okay. All right. Then alias. Well, we're going to record type will be a record, and you choose alias. So if you choose alias, search for classic load balancer, or application load balancer, and the region. Go to your classic load balancer and check it's deployed on US East 1. So the region is US East 1, not Virginia. And now select your load balancer. I only have one load balancer called CLB, and create record. Guys, as simple as that. As simple as that. So if you didn't watch the previous video, I'll leave a link on the description part of the video so that you learn how to create a classic load balancer and forward traffic to your backend servers. Okay, so in this video, we are going to basically create a Router 3 record to point to our classic load balancer and access our backend servers using our custom domain here, which is CLB1. Okay, so ensure that you view status and all of them is in sync. That's okay. Now, if you just copy the record name here, okay, then go to your PowerShell. I'm using Windows machine, and just say ns lookup. Okay. Oops, sorry. I don't know what's happening. ns lookup. So we will get the IP addresses that correspond to that particular load balance. Okay. All right. Okay. So what we need to do, just copy that DNS name and As provided in the diagram here, you can either access your load balancer on port 80, okay, or port 8080. So let's try those. So I go here and HTTP, paste the domain name and port 80. I copy that and hit enter. Let's see whether it's giving us perfect. See, we're able to access our backend using a custom domain. So we can access it via the load balancer provided domain, which is not recommended, or we use our custom domain, okay, which is working fine. And as well on port 8080, it should work perfect. So guys, thank you so much. That's how to create a Route 53 record to point to a load balancer, classic load balancer, and access your backend service using custom domain name. Thank you. And when you meet again, now let's learn how to let me go back and try to create load balancer. Let's learn how to create HTTPS listeners. Okay, so in this demo, we created HTTP listeners. So in the next video, we're going to learn how to create HTTPS listener. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, guys, and I believe you have a good day. Bye bye.